Mr. Secretary, you met with your Turkish counterpart yesterday. Did you get any assurance that Turkish troops are not going to engage the SDF in Manbij? And Turkey used pretty harsh rhetoric to ask US to leave Manbij. What was your answer?
Yeah. I think we are all keenly aware that NATO has only one of its nations, one of our allies, that has got an insurgency inside its own borders. And NATO and America stand with Turkey on its legitimate security concerns. And they're right next door, as you know, to Syria, with all of the chaos there that presents an ongoing threat. And you see this isn't just about Turkey in that case. You also see the disruption in Jordan and Lebanon and Iraq. So Turkey has got the same kinds of concerns. In fact, they've provided refugee support for millions of refugees out of this it can only be called a tragic situation in Syria. So we maintain absolutely open and honest dialogue. We met 2 days ago in Rome, where my counterpart, my colleague from the Ministry of Defense, was there at the Defeat ISIS meeting there in Rome. We talked here yesterday for an extended period. We are coming together on what we can do together. It's probably the most complex security situation, fighting situation I've seen in over 4 decades of dealing with fights. And it is one where I believe we are finding common ground, and there are areas of uncommon ground where sometimes war just gives you bad alternatives to choose from. But throughout this, the one thing that has marked our communication is absolute honesty and transparency with one another, and a full briefing by the Minister of Defense of Turkey to the assembled 29 nations on the military operation they have going on, and we continue to collaborate on ways to ensure their legitimate concerns are addressed. But our goal is to get this into the Geneva process and solve it. It will not be solved by Assad or by the Russians or by anyone else. It's got to be solved under the UN auspices, and it's got to be done that way. And that's what we're all trying to get to.
The last question will be from